Imagine standing in court, thinking you're walking out free, but just minutes later, everything changes. A routine plea deal turns into a shocking twist when a single test result flips the entire case upside down. What really happened in that courtroom, and why did the judge refuse to listen?
All right, which one is he going to be pleading to, and we will dismiss the other?
0358.
And then 2054 will be dismissed. Right. We now call 26C or 358, the state of Texas versus Kevin Wayne Walker. Use. With Mr. Gertrude, your attorney and the state's attorney does the defendant with a formal reading of the indictment and the arraignment in this case. Can we proceed in summary?
We may, Judge.
In summary, this indictment alleges that on or about April 15th, 2023, in Jefferson County, Texas, you committed the state jail felony. Is that right?
Yes, Judge.
The state jail felony of abandoning or endangering a child. You understand what you're charged with here. Yes. If convicted, you face confinement in a state jail for any term of not less than 180 days or more than 2 years. In addition, a fine may be assessed not to exceed $10,000. Do you understand? An agreement has been reached in your case where you would be pleading guilty, but you would not be found guilty so long as you follow the terms and conditions of probation. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? You don't want it. So this is the key to your success and keeping your record clean. You don't want a record. You know how long a felony criminal record lasts? The rest of your life. And it closes off all kinds of doors of opportunities and chances of bettering yourself. So you're going to be you would be placed on deferred or unadjudicated probation. Deferred is postponed so long as you follow the terms and conditions of probation. You will be fined $1,000. And it looks like it run concurrently with a misdemeanor case. There's a misdemeanor case. It's
Your CW case.
And then it says it's checked DWI conditions. What does that mean?
It's just to instruct him for probation. It would be like he was on DWI probation.
That's
That's
what
correct. Judge.
everybody is in this case.
Yes,
Not the misdemeanor.
That's correct.
This case. All right, what do you want in the length? Did this say 5? That's
Yeah.
what you want? Okay.
Yes.
This will be for 5 years in length. You do well, though. It's shortened to 1/3, which is 1 2/3. It's I know you're thinking, nobody said there'd be math. Somebody told me there would be some math.
I'm sure it is.
If I follow this agreement, you have no right of appeal of your case. Do you understand? So how do you plead to this? Guilty or not guilty?
Well,
Well, she has to take it.
Oh.
Yeah. Once again,
guilty.
are you pleading guilty? Both of you
Both of us.
pleading guilty voluntarily and because you are guilty.
Right.
Okay. I'm not making this stuff up. This is just happening. All right, I'm going to show you what's marked as State's Exhibit 1. Did you sign that document? Understand it, discuss it with your attorney, and did you voluntarily sign this? State's Exhibit 1 tendered into evidence.
We have no objection.
Without objection, it's admitted. Among other things, this states that you are mentally competent to enter your guilty plea. It's freely and voluntarily made. You know what you've been charged with. The indictment's been read to you. You've read it. You are guilty of the crime charged in any lesser included offenses. You are giving up your rights to a jury trial and the rights to the appearance, confrontation, cross-examination of witnesses. Totally satisfied with the representation provided by your lawyer. All of this is true. It states so help you God.
Yes.
States Exhibit 1. part of the record for all purposes. Pre-sentence reports waived here.
Yes, please, Judge.
I am going to follow this agreement if nothing further. And I am finding that you are mentally competent to enter this guilty plea. It is freely and voluntarily made. There's sufficient evidence supporting your guilty plea from State's Exhibit 1 admitted here to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. But I'm going to instead defer or postpone any finding of guilt so long as you follow the terms and conditions of probation that the probation officer is going to go over with you that I am about to sign. Must pay a fine of $1,000. There will be terms and conditions, which are normal and customary for this. Also, a DWI education course must be successfully completed. And I told you there's a win-win. Number one, it satisfies the requirement of this probation condition. Plus, you're going to get financially a discount on your insurance, automobile insurance, which you have to drive. And let's see. This will be for a term of 5 years.
Yes, Judge.
All right. Mr. Walker, have you understood what's happened today, sir? Good luck. Please see the probation officer. Thank you. Okay. Here's, I'm missing a page. Denise. Oh, yeah. Can you get this to the probation officer?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Here, thank you. Both of you. You failed. Vernon, yes, come on in. You tested positive for marijuana. Yeah, they all did, but it's in your system. And it's the way it is. Shouldn't even be around it. Did you know TC? Yeah. Mr. Williams. All right. Okay. I'm learning. You've tested positive for tetrahydrocannabinol marijuana. That is, it's a crime to imbibe and possess marijuana. It's in your system. It's going to affect your bond. You have a $50,000 bond and a GPS device right now. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that what I just?
Yes.
Okay, let me ask you. All right. Yeah, he's got a GPS device, right? And all right. Well, you tested positive. It's a $50,000 bond. It is revoked. You are now $100,000. Plus, you must have a drug catch at all times as a condition of your bond.
So, Your Honor, I know he just not THC. He says he hasn't used any products, but he does have a medical marijuana card. And he hasn't used it, but he has a card that allows him to do that medically. I mean, I know the court has a different feeling on that. So,
I do.
I understand that, but I'm just saying that it's something that there's a medical.
I'm sorry. Your bonds are revoked, period. It's the way it is. Drugs on my watch are not allowed.
I haven't smoked marijuana.
I don't care. They all say that. It's in your system, sir. Everybody says that. And wouldn't you? Don't you think if somebody would just say, "I've never done this. Can I go home now?" That would be pretty simple. But that's not the way it works. We test, if it's in your system, shame on you. And I didn't grant it. I don't allow it. And that's the way it is. Y'all got to figure that out. His bond is revoked. And is it set for, we said this for a trial, right?
No, not yet, Your Honor. No.
Figure out what we're going to do.
We had a reset for 4 weeks for announcement.
Okay.
Quicker than that.
You're taken into custody. Period. That's the way it is. Robert Chase on, come on at it.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Can I recess? Your Honor,
I'm sorry. Sir, everybody says that. But the tests are scientific and I rely on the scientific tests.
Yes, sir. I have a marijuana club. I still haven't smoked.
Sir, you tested positive for marijuana. I'm going to rely on the science.
Well, I mean,
I'm going to rely on science. Sorry. But your lawyer's going to talk to you.
This case proves one thing: in court, one moment can change your life forever. If you want to see more real courtroom stories, unexpected twists, and decisions that will leave you speechless, make sure you hit subscribe right now, because the next case might be even more shocking.